Are you dreaming of a European vacation? This may be the summer to make it happen. A slew of inexpensive flights to Europe from secondary U.S. cities, some of which never had nonstop routes before, are offering great deals to transatlantic travelers. Here with the details is WSJ's middle seat columnist, Scott McCartney. Hi, Scott. Great to see you.
Good to see you, Tanya.
So, Scott, which are some of the U.S. cities now adding direct European flights?
You know, this is really interesting. New Orleans is going to have flights to London and Frankfurt. Pittsburgh, not exactly a hub airport these days. Pittsburgh is going to have flights to Frankfurt and to Iceland. Actually, and with seasonal Delta service to Paris, Pittsburgh will have more flights to Europe than it will have nonstop to the West Coast.
And do I understand correctly, it will be cheaper to fly from Pittsburgh to Europe direct than from Pittsburgh to California?
In many cases, it will be. WOW, which is an Icelandic discounter, I priced out a ticket in July for $320 from Pittsburgh to Reykjavik.
Incredible.
You get on the same dates. United's nonstop to San Francisco was more than $500 round trip.
Amazing. So are any of these sweet deals showing up in major U.S. hubs like New York or L.A., or this is just for secondary cities only?
No, both. They are. Norwegian Air, which is one of the big discounters now across the Atlantic, is serving New York. They're flying from New York to London, New York to Paris, Los Angeles to London and Paris. They're flying from Los Angeles to Barcelona. You can even Edelweiss, a Swiss discounter, flying nonstop from Zurich to San Diego. So there are good-sized cities getting some of these flights, but the really small cities are the ones that are eye-popping.
But it sounds like also these eye-popping prices are largely coming from European airlines. Is that right?
Yeah, it is largely the European discounters. There's not much of a long-haul discount market in the United States. I think that may change. We may see someday JetBlue getting an airplane that can fly to Europe from New York and Boston. You know, I think that the U.S. airlines will be doing different things, but for the most part, this is coming from the European side.
And so how are these airlines able to offer such inexpensive fares? You mentioned the planes themselves. Are they simply more fuel efficient?
They are. That's a big part of it. So Norwegian is using the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. It's a very fuel-efficient plane. It's a medium-sized long-haul jet. Medium-sized airplanes didn't have the range of this airplane before, so it can not only do things that other planes couldn't do before, it can do them cheaper, and cheaper operating costs mean they can offer cheaper fares. Norwegian is also going to take the new Boeing 737. We all know the 737 is kind of a short-haul workhorse. It can go coast to coast in the U.S. And the new version, the MAX, can do some transatlantic flights. And so they're going to be serving Providence from cities in Ireland and Scotland. They're going to serve Stewart, what used to be Stewart Air Force Base near Newburgh, New York, a very small airport. They're going to serve to 5 European cities, including Bergen, Norway, which is a small city on the other side. So you have small city to small city. It's sort of mind-boggling.
So, Scott, do you encourage people to take advantage of these prices now? Because some airfare watchers say they might not stick.
Well, yeah, I think this is a great summer for transatlantic travel. I think people will and should take advantage of these. Whether they stick or not is a question of whether these guys come back in the summer, whether they stay year round. You know, these routes have to work for them. They think they will. If oil prices go up, the economics of it become much tougher. If bigger airlines start addressing the competitive situation more, that's in the short run a bonanza for travelers because there'll be lots of seats at cheap prices. But in the long run, they may squeeze them out of the market.
All right, I'm going to start planning that European vacation now. Thank you so much, Scott McCartney, for that.
Absolutely. Sure. Take